¿Qué tal mis fieras? ¿Cómo están? Bienvenidos a un nuevo video más en el canal. Chicos, les traigo un resumen del último directo que hicieron los desarrolladores de Scar of Honor, donde han mostrado la profesión de minería, los árboles, bueno, la dimensión de los árboles que vamos a poder talar más adelante. La profesión de minería tiene un minijuego, pero eso ya estaban comentando que eso lo pueden cambiar, obviamente, porque el juego actualmente está en desarrollo y tienen tiempo de sobra para conseguir todo el feedback de la comunidad y poner el juego pues que sea más entretenido. Les recuerdo también que he dejado un short por ahí en el canal donde acaban de actualizar también la tienda del juego, donde vamos a conseguir nuevas monturas, nueva skin y nuevas cosas. Estas recompensas irán rotando periódicamente, no se sabe cuándo van a otra vez a cambiar las recompensas de la tienda, así que en ese vídeo tienen el enlace directamente para que se descarguen la aplicación y así puedan ir intentando siempre cada día. Pueden darle al apartado Dungeon para que para que prueben su suerte a ver si le puede tocar una montura o directamente lo que viene siendo la licencia para jugar a la alfa o a las betas futuras. Les recuerdo que este vídeo es una recompilación de que he tomado pues obviamente del canal de Scar of Honor, porque el directo que hice lamentablemente el sonido desapareció de los desarrolladores y no lo sé por qué, pero bueno, espero que les guste el contenido que estoy trayendo al canal de Scar of Honor y más novedades también que tengo por ahí de otros juegos. Nada, disfruten del vídeo. Si tienen alguna duda o algo sobre el juego, por favor dejármelo en la caja de comentarios, o si quieren hablar directamente con los desarrolladores que están siempre activos en el Discord del juego, pues ya saben, en la descripción de este vídeo van a tener también el enlace al Discord. Pero espero que disfruten el vídeo. Si lo disfrutan y se lo han encontrado entretenido, por favor suscríbete, deja un pedazo de like y comenta. Hasta la próxima. Chao, chao.
If you ever watched how a construction worker video from the
That
90s,
too.
30s,
That too.
how 6 people were hitting the same nail with hammers in a row, you might see this inspiration actually.
Or the railroad construction.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
But what is it that the real inspiration behind you?
For the party note, we wanted to
Really?
do something, but we will get to this point.
I'm super excited. I want to see more of that.
So obviously you need a specific tool to be able to do the gathering. Comes pickaxes. We're going to have a lot of them, and they will have different meaning. This is obviously very niche concept. They have very little at the end, but it helped us kind of shape the materials we are going to use for the mine. How much money now?
A lot.
A lot. Yeah,
A
that's it's official, guys. It's a lot. But yeah, it's a process. You can see we're it's just the concept part. Also, the material. It was important to find the proper art style. Because we don't want to go for realistic. We have our own stylized art, and we were looking can kind of tell a story. So it's more about texture and how we can blend this texture with the obviously that's the very state of that. But Coco, maybe you can tell us why these guys hit Fernand.
I mean, it's obvious that The Rock owes him money and trying to get loan back. But yeah, obviously those are the three types of hits gonna have, like the miss, the regular hit, and the critical hit, depending on how you perform during the mini game. It is skilled. It aims at raising players' fast reaction during that mini. It's not gonna be like a mindless spacing out event. It will actually require to go through the gather.
One thing that also it's pretty interesting is that we really wanted to make it as realistic as possible, even if we're a fantasy world.
You're just not swinging at an object which is below.
Yeah, and also it really matters from which angle you're going to hit the node. So we're not going to spoil everything, but we really wanted you to feel like you're actually mining. So you can see here we are starting to crack the mine itself. We watched a lot of videos how those things are done in real life. We got proper information how rocks are cracked. So we were trying to reproduce that in a more sensitive way. Obviously, just the VFX guys, but everything matters, and we really wanted to make it feel like you're actually against this object in it.
Do you know how many videos you needed to actually walk for, like replicating everything from the? Because that's very fast. Observe.
Yes, and also it matters what type of video you look, because the old materials, the old tools had a different. So everything kind of stick at the end, but it always requires a lot of R&D to be able to produce the resource you want to see in your product. Coco, you're the demolition man.
Yay, physics. Sorry?
You're the demolition man. So are you happy with how we were exploding those.
I mean, it's obviously we don't have to. I mentioned that what I'm trying to say is it's way better than old ways that most people are used to, just an object fading out. I mean that the mining also gave us the opportunity to have those where we can flex those physics in the object, because that's how we create an interactable and a world that can make itself feel alive and real through those little events that happen through your moment-to-moment game. It's not just the big scripted events, etc., etc. It's your actual mundane gathering that will also enhance the feeling that you're part of a world.
Really, you man, you're just a brain in a jar, right? Just doing wonders. Okay, so that's a thing that we also are trying to do. By the way, we already have a already updated even version of that. But every time something dropped, we moved away completely from get menu, because we don't want every UI based. We want to stay in the environment, into the physics, and to be right. Because if you play this hour game for several hours every evening, for example, hopefully, we don't want you to stay in main. We want you to be in.
Right, kind of brings this physicality to the iCup from the ground. It's not just a list of it's not like a grocery list that you need to click through, like you actually
Absolutely, as you said, like you can go for
and it's obviously this doesn't stand item drops, a lot of stuff, but we're gonna talk about later.
Right.
Yeah.
So now I think we can maybe do something a little bit more interesting and stop just presenting you a 4-second looping video. So maybe go. So this is in-game footage, guys, and we are pretty proud, especially with the environment team, the art team, the concept art. Like there is a lot that we obviously need to optimize UI plays, but the scene itself got a couple of days ago. We didn't try to oversell and see the game stage.
It's a really raw kind.
Yeah, it makes us proud, but in the same time, every time it's like, okay, maybe with that the weather and the day-night cycle, you can see that it dynamically changed a little rough. But look at this graph, look at the light. So spent a lot of time, and we need to spend much more. We want to. There is so many, but the environment are start. This is our first human settlement. The king calling all the human heroes across the 5 countries to help the last human kingdom. So this first most human from our 8 race human. So
wow, I even see the details. There's like the stones are not like they have their own charismatic. Like they're sort of broken, but in a absolute nice order. While out of that, like I see how much work you guys have put to the small details, and I'm sure like for that is
and the models.
The models look very crisp, very fluid, and I'm super happy because this is like an endpoint comparison, because the other models were so hold on. He's aiming, good mining. Somebody else mining the node. So you can see the road, how much, and for me especially part showcase would be the skybox, especially now when it's turning to dawn, which absolutely changes the course.
I'm really wondering the OGs in the chat that are supporting our games for years. I'm interesting to see how the guys where the game 12, even 6, 7. Okay, first note covered. These guys are pro. And obviously there it's a rough. We need to do a lot of things with the camera locomotion, but it already feels great. And there's some people that stay in the environment hour doing level design or text. I think what is the main we see is that the colleagues just stay in the environment.
Right.
I think we're.
So that looks actually with the
What?
It's a big mine.
Oh wow.
I mean, you can make comments about it, but here, yeah.
Okay, so those guys are right now at 10 together, but they fell there. The one guy.
Some of the guys are missing, and sometimes not on purpose.
What is that?
I mean, we kind of sometimes we tune up the speed of the game. That they're it's not like it's fast now, but their muscle memory was adapted. I assume old speed. Any change messes that gaming moment for everybody.
Oh, now the 3 people are trying because we took people. They failed 2 times. So this is the railway hitting the nail on the railway. So the guy succeeded and took a lot of copper.
Is that the biggest node?
Yeah, it's the biggest of the copper. So we have a lot. I think 10 materials, and you can use it for a lot for craft your house. Basically, obviously this is just a minute, and it's important what we do. But for me and for the whole game design, moment to moment, you should not have 20-30 seconds that nothing happens, or you just go and gather gazillion no trees or something without a care about the act, trying to really put our effort.
Yeah, it's not just the endpoint, also the journey.
Wow.
Yeah, think again the UI. There is a lot. I know I'm pretty happy with what the guys how it bet. That's I think they have a lot of we're happy progress on time track.
By the way, which area?
This is the human starting zone
Oh.
on Iron Guard. Main the one of the five, not the main. I was last stream a lot about story on that why the whole collision.
Okay, that's perfect because basically whoever has this episode, again, it's on our YouTube. Also go on our YouTube.
And by the way, sneak peek.
Oh,
The UI is already clear. I'm not sure the next time the player, the character, there is a lot. We are so many moving parts. Show the progress. As you can see, we are not trying to hide. Try to bake the amazing that Coco, how much take?
This one, I think we tried it for a whole week
Wow.
and like couple hours session. This small footage just so everything works smoothly and is a bit more presentable. But as Alex said, we're not trying to hide any of the rough edges because those are also important to be noticed because you will see with the passage of time how they smoothed it out eventually.
One thing I would also say for really about the actual every next step, but good part is in the last had such a push on the technical level, so much more control environment than what we can as game tank. So you ready?
See,
So this is just mining. 1 of 5 next.
tree cutting.
ooh.
Yeah.
But those look beautiful. How dare you cut? Like,
Yeah.
look at that.
I mean, it's about source player fuel of power, so it has to be.
We are just showing you guys the trees. It's just the beauty of the trees. If they are not that beautiful, shop. So again, it was important to make you feel like so. It's really important, right? And
Yeah.
if you ever cut a tree, you know how now less of those.
Right. We do not engage that life doing tree cutting, being lumberjack. We have the games for that. Hope.
Right? Game.
Yeah, a casting fireball.
As you can different place again. We are moving, and we cannot close yet. There is a lot come and pick for what is to come. There are 40 class. All of them are fully. Obviously, we have 10 main classification, but even they play complete. We don't have 2 spec of a class that have any outside of a cup. Really from very. We have 10 spell school. Every spell school have lit set of rules effect. Weird get point cast spells out and shaping well. This is just a teaser.